Hi, my name is Bojan Savic here at the Mercedes Benz of Scottsdale, and we have here 2021 Mercedes Maybach S580. Now, this is very exciting. It's very exciting, but it's not exciting like an AMG. AMG exciting is like, woo! This is exciting, but kind of a different level on the luxury, on the touch, and the feel, and in this case, as well as the smell. Whole experience. AMG exciting, it's kind of on the speed and the performance and everything else. So it is a little bit different, but nonetheless, again, very, very exciting. So what's new, what's different on this long-awaited 2021 Mercedes Maybach S580? Okay, let me get to the important things, because I know that some of you will ask immediately, how long is the vehicle? Well, the vehicle is stretched for the 7 inches between the regular or standard S-Class and this Maybach platform. So the vehicle will stretch 208.2 inches in the length from the bumper to bumper. So to some of you, this might be the most important question. The other thing that I want to kind of point out immediately, this vehicle starts at basically $186,000 for the Mercedes Maybach with the standard equipment, and there's a lot of standard equipment that's coming out. And the funny thing is that $186,000, this is a bargain. How this might be a bargain at $186,000? Because most likely you are comparing that with only 2 other competitors that people will usually typically compare this to. Rolls-Royce Ghost, that's about $333 as far as I know, starting, and Bentley Flying Spur would be just above the 200. So 186, yeah, we have that as a bargain, right? So what is the new things, what is the different, and what are the same things that it is on the regular S-Class? Well, Maybach will offer you the very best of the S-Class appointments that it already offers, the S-Class, and then some more in terms of the luxury and the space and some of the appointments that Maybach does come with. So the vehicle is powered by our V8 with a 48-volt battery that comes inside. The power is 496 horsepower with 516 pound-feet of torque. This power is distributed with the 9-speed automatic transmission, and this is an all-wheel drive configuration with the vehicle. What's cool about this car compared to some of our competitors, even with ourselves, this vehicle comes standard with the rear wheel steering. Rear wheel steering will you or your chauffeur will be able to get to those tight city streets or some of the parking lots, will be able to tilt this in the opposite direction so you can park, or in the same direction over a certain speed. Top speed of the vehicle is 130 miles per hour. I'm not sure where in the United States you will want or have the capability to go over that, but that's basically what it's topping you. So these are the basic things that are powering up the vehicle. From the very front, you're noticing what's the difference beside this. Yes, Mercedes-Benz star that's in the front, Maybach, it says here right in the back. Grille, that's completely different, that's unique to the Maybach. A little bit reminding of the AMG because it's vertically slotted, right? Whole front new appearance. Also, you will notice that this vehicle has a digital lighting. Digital lighting, in short, would be absolutely the best lighting system right now available on the cars and the serial production. I don't have the time really to go really much into it, but I would suggest you go on the YouTube Mercedes-Benz digital light. It projects the pictures on in a very clear, bright manner. Of course, it's linked to the navigation, so it goes in a direction that you want the vehicle to go. So right from the front. Also, needless to point out that we have this one is a 2-tone paint. You can get the vehicle in a monotone paint, but one of the options in the Maybach to offer the vehicle in a 2-tone paint, of course, black on the top, and you have the white on the bottom just to kind of clear that out. You can get the vehicle in the regular paint. Maybach monoblock wheels that are standard on this one, something very similar you can see on our GT63 and GT63 S. Very similar wheel. We think that they are very, very appropriate, look very cool for a vehicle like this. Big, beefy wheels on a big, beefy vehicle that comes standard. So now most of the magic, most of the display, most of the things that you would want the vehicle like Mercedes-Benz Maybach is on the interior. So we'll show you as much of the exterior for the vehicle throughout some of the pictures and some of the video that's going to go around. But again, the real magic of the vehicle, the real enjoyment, real pleasure, it's going to be on the inside. So I'd like to invite you to join me now for the inside review of the most important things on a Mercedes Maybach S580. You know what's one of the best things about Mercedes Maybach S580? When you get inside, kind of forget your worries, troubles, whatever was on your mind before. Once you get inside, you're, at least I am, completely overwhelmed with everything that surrounds me in this moment. Yeah, this two-tone interior ambient lighting, it's nice. We have the interior that's consisted of many different materials, and you really can't point out which one would be your favorite or the best thing when you just sit inside. So everything is wrapped in leather. So from the armrest to the armrest right here, right on the doors here, lower and the upper, as well as the A-pillar on the car. If I go all the way to the holder, to the everything around me, even this part, the visor, it's wrapped in the leather. So definitely Mercedes on the Maybach team didn't leave any piece of this car unattended, didn't try to do absolute best what they can with the interior of the car. All the appointments that side, everything that you see, everything that you touch, it's definitely gives you that feeling what you'll be looking for in a vehicle like this, the best of the best, right? So we have the premium Burmester sound system. This is the better version of the Burmester sound system. It gives you only 1,750 watts. Should be enough for anybody that appreciate music on that, not just on the second, on the third level, on the 10th level. This is one of the best sound systems that business can provide. So if that first grabbed your attention like it did mine, the adjustments of the seats, the ventilated seats, the heated seats, the movement of the seat on the passenger, just press the button. So now we have the movement of the seats. You just lean your finger and the seat moves, so you don't really have to press anything, which is kind of something a little bit different, something that's really cool. Steering wheel, it's a wood and a leather combination. You have, of course, the shifters for the minus on the left. On the right, of course, it's plus if you want to manually shift the gears. And a lot of the customers ask me, why would you do that? Well, if you're on a freeway and you want to pass that semi and you want to do that in the best way possible, and you're a skilled driver, you can downshift, gear or two, maybe three, press the pedal to the metal, pass that, go back in the regular drive by just holding the plus for 2 seconds. So let's move on with some of the other amazements and appointments in this beautiful vehicle. So 3D digital display that right now I have right in front of me. The camera is going to show you that later, but that's one of the super cool things, super amazing things, and it looks really dazzling. The other features that you can change, there's now many of the features between the navigation, the classic display, the exclusive display that you can have on a car, the sport. Again, everything is in the 3D. The number of the displays and the things that you can change, that you can individualize, we could go on and on and on, but I'll just brief that in the sentence. It looks amazing. Anytime when you touch any of the settings, everything that's displayed, it's something, it has definitely its purpose, and it's definitely making you feel nice that you have absolutely that what you want it to have. Now with this one, you also have the augmented reality. Well, on the Mercedes Maybach, many of these options come as a standard, and you will find that in many of the S-classes, especially for this 2021, have that option were taken out just because the shortage of the chips. And all semiconductor industry, I'm sure you heard about that, so many of the cars do not have that, but you will have that on the Maybach. To kind of move along, not to make this video too long, because we can go a lot in many details about this brand new and the all new body style Mercedes Maybach. On this amazing display, we also have the MBUX, Mercedes-Benz user experience, where you can say, "Hey Mercedes," and it will do the certain functions of the vehicle. I don't want that to go over now with the video. So everything is a touch display. You can have options of the many things as far as on the massage feature for the driver and the passenger. In this particular car, which will go on the rear seat, you have the exclusive seating in the back, so it's a 4-passenger, but it gives you the more comfort. It does give you the cool seats, does give you the heated seats for the back, but it also gives you the massage seats in the back. So the comfort in the back, we're gonna show you in a minute. But just to finish out, so here it gives you the many options. Everything is again a touchscreen. You can have the massage seats, hot relaxing shoulders, mobilizing massage, activating massage, classic massage, ambient lighting. That's one of the things that a lot of people like about this car. You can have everything in monochrome, so everything can be one color. It's blue in this case, but we can quickly change it into the red, or we can go in a feature that says multicolor. As you can see, it can provide several different colors. This one also has the energizing comfort. Energizing comfort, again, I would suggest you a Mercedes-Benz video on energizing comfort, where the purpose of all this feature is to enhance or maybe just to change your mood prior from you getting in the vehicle. So when you're inside, if I press into the vitality and I hit for the driver, the vehicle will adjust not just the music, it will adjust also the massage seats. If I have the fragrance, it will put the fragrance, how much is needed to change mine, and of course direct the lighting. So it's supposed to put me in vitality mode or freshness or whatever else might be. It's one of the cool features. Not necessarily it's going to be the part of the driving experience, but there's plenty of us that enjoy that feature very much. So again, let's go back to the what else as far as on navigation. Yes, the Bluetooth, wireless, Apple CarPlay, and the Android Auto. Now you have that on the car. It's wireless charging for the phone. You just put it inside of the vehicle. You have that. You have also the 6 USB-C chargers throughout the vehicle. I think that I already mentioned that you have Burmester sound system that will give you up to 1,750 watts, and it's 30 speakers that are going to be producing that sound. So this might be the best place to listen to the music, maybe even better than in your home. You will experience it because this is very small space and you have that many speakers, so it should provide as much clarity as possible on the vehicle. Double panorama roof, that's of course again expected. One of the things that you notice, you just sway the finger and it will close or open the sunroof. In this case, we want it open. So magically you just pull the finger, everything will happen. Seats are extremely comfortable. On this one, of course, also we have the exclusive Nappa leather. Exclusive Nappa leather will also gives you this nice high quality, and you will notice they are marked Maybach insignia double M. Name of the gentleman that started all this, that worked as engineer, it's a Wilhelm Maybach, so hence the name Maybach. I'm not sure should I go now in the history of the Maybach, but just I feel before preparing for this video, as little time as I had, I thought that I should mention that Wilhelm Maybach was an engineer for Mercedes-Benz, was credited much of the success in the early Mercedes-Benz to them. So many years later, Mercedes decided to bring out the brand that will carry his name, is Wilhelm Maybach. So let's go back to the pillows. They are very comfortable. I want to remind you guys, I am 6 foot even. So one of the nice things about the Maybach that you'll never almost have to ask is, do you have enough space in the back? with additional 7 inches, I don't think that question will ever arise as far as on this vehicle. So I showed you a little bit on the interior of the vehicle, point out some of the things that are gonna grab your sense as soon as you get in the vehicle. Now let's move on to the back. I want to show you the couple of other features and the reasons why your choice for the next vehicle should be Mercedes Maybach S580. Welcome to one of the best parts of the vehicle. You know, in this vehicle, it's Mercedes-Benz had it configured and it had it imagined to be the really cool part as far as in the driving the car, because it is nice driving car as far as on how much it was invested and how much research and technology went for this to be one of the smoothest driving cars for this particular aromatic that it's on a Maybach that makes the ride smooth, but also the isolation that's from the sound or from the noise from the outside, how quiet the cabin would be. So it will be quite a pleasure for us in the driving the car, but also one of the rare cars when you might even have more pleasure being chauffeured around or being the rear part of the car. So again, I'm a 6 foot and just look how much space, how much comfort really does this gives you. Again, we just got this vehicle, so it's in a preparation for delivery because this vehicle is already sold. Just go, so we don't have some of the things that are right now in current like display that I can control the certain functions, but you can see 2 huge displays that we have right here. Yes, you have here the tray, you can put the certain things, the tray, everything is illuminated. Yes, does have the wood around as part of the exclusive package that it's on the S-Class. Yes, we do have the vents right here from the middle. Yes, we do have here vents on the side of the vehicle. We're in Phoenix. It is hot. Even in our little photo shoot, it is hot. Again, we do have the panorama roof for the passengers in the back when it really gets useful, right? So on the right hand side, yes, I can activate my ventilated seats. I can activate the heated seats. You can also have that activated massage seats. You also have the memory 1 and 2. You can move the front seat forward completely, and you can adjust the rear seat because again this one adjusts. Also from the back, you can notice right now that you have also the thigh support on this vehicle depending on your height. I don't want to touch nothing, but I think that you got an idea how much comfort this vehicle really can provide for the passengers in the back. So whether you'd be interested in doing some business, oh yeah, as far as on that is concerned, let's see what else do we get when we press this button. Oh yes, we do have the rear controls for the heating and the cooling of the vehicle, so you can adjust here which part of the vehicle you want to cooled or heated in this case. You do have the temperature control, the cup holders for the passengers in the back. Of course, you just press the button and it will close all that. Now for the front, we can put this up, as I mentioned, if you want to do the far as on the business part. Yes, you can pull up your laptop if you're working on something, tablet, or you can put your favorite meal, whatever is the thing that you might be doing far as on usefulness of this table. You don't need to use this anymore. It's not a problem. We store that away right here. You have the additional storage space. You do have additional 6 chargers right here, USB-C, that you might be charging any of the devices you might have. You can put this down because this is where the little tablet is going to go. Yes, I can open more compartments. Right now I do have the additional storage space, and I have the more storage space that I can put the stuff in the back and basically reach all the way in the trunk if I would need to. Why would I do that? I'm not really sure, but you definitely have an option of that. If not, you do have here the Mercedes, Maybach sign right here. You do have the wood and finish of all this powers in the back seat is second to none. Also, you do have the speakers right here. Again, the Burmester trying to provide you with the best sound possible. Yes, we can put on the back the rear windows, and I can put this here back, and now I have this shaded from the sun. If I didn't put all of the limo tint, which this vehicle is getting. And we do have also this little tiny window that goes in the back. We also have that also closed. So again, very, very comfortable, very, very spacious. And in the case that you didn't know, I didn't put the seat belt, we're not moving. This vehicle even illuminates the place where you need to attach your seat belt. And in the case that you didn't know, these seat belts are actually the airbags. Why would I put the airbags? Well, if we put the airbags here, we definitely have the airbags in the front. We're one of the first manufacturers that installed the airbags in the front, that will install the airbags in the front seats. Basically for the rear passengers, you do have the airbag, just in case this comes to the suddenly unplanned stop and we hit something or somebody hits us. So the passengers from the back, if they go up in the front, they don't hit hard materials, because in this case I push my seats, but normally the seat would be back all the way. As you can see, you can remove this front seat, you regulate everything from the back. So you do have the rear airbags right there. These are the airbags, and if I'm in an almost laying down position where you can almost get with this car, I don't slide down, it can hold me back. So I'm guessing that you already get a feeling what this vehicle is all about, even though we skipped about a lot of the vehicle and a lot of the features and the options in the terms of the technology. I'm assuming that you trust Mercedes to be the best of the best in the terms of the driver safety and the safety features, driver assistance program that on this vehicle come standard. As far as in the performance, I already mentioned that the vehicle, it's all-wheel drive powered by the V8, so it gives you roughly 500 horsepower, 500 pound-feet of torque, rear-wheel steering, so it can get you everywhere safely. But for the full explanation of this video, the video will take much longer. Unfortunately, we do not have the time, so I'll have to close out this video. Again, thank you very much for watching us and for reviewing this video for the 2021 Mercedes Maybach S580. My name is Bojan Savic. Please give me a call and I'll be happy to go into details about this vehicle with you.